Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Reject Films, back with another review for you guys. Another title from the Warner Archive collection. This is Looker. This is available on September 18th. Of course, sent to me by review from the good people over at Warner Archive. Thank you guys again for sending this out. I was really looking forward to checking this one out. I was watching the new releases and stuff coming out through Warner Archive and watched the trailer to this one, and it definitely looked very interesting. I knew nothing about it beforehand, and just like I said, the trailer looked really crazy and everything like that. And it's a sci-fi thriller, and I really like those kind of movies from the '80s and everything. So I was real excited to check this one out. So just got done watching it, and really enjoyed this movie overall. Do a brief synopsis, and this movie stars Albert Finney and James Coburn, and is directed by Michael Crichton, who later on went on to create ER and directed some other movies and wrote some other, real famous movies and everything as well, who passed away back in, I believe, 2008. Um, but yeah, definitely, a really good writer. A lot of his stuff was written really well, and so that was another reason I was excited to check this one out. So, like I say, a brief synopsis of this film is you have four women who all go into the same doctor, played by Albert Finney, to get precise measurements done, plastic surgery wise, to their face, because that's what they're told they need to be doing by this company that they work for. They do commercials and everything like that, and they believe this is what they're going to focus on and everything. So they have that done, and one by one things start happening to these women, and until there's only one that it really focuses on, along with the doctor. I kind of drawn a blank on everybody's name, but and then James Coburn plays pretty much the villain of this, and he runs the company that they work for and everything. And their main focus is to try to, like I say, get people to pay attention to certain things, like the product of the commercials. And people aren't paying attention to that. They're just paying attention to the women in it. They're not really paying attention to the product. So they figure out that that doesn't really work, what they were going after. And they start to do a computer-generated version of these women instead, and use that, and they can have them say whatever they need them to say, move however they need them to move and everything. And they use a form of hypnosis through the eyes of the people on the screen to make you really be involved with the commercial and everything and remember the product. And there's also some political aspects in here as well. James Coburn's character, the main guy of the company, is also helping someone run for president, kind of using the same method. And you have his, I'll say his like henchman, whatever you want to say, that looks like a porn star from that era, is going around trying to keep everything kind of concealed, what they're doing and everything, getting rid of files and making certain people disappear and everything. And he uses a gun where he can hypnotize people, and it's kind of like a little bit of a time travel in there, I guess, as well. There's times where he'll use that, and it'll show scenes, and time has elapsed, and you don't know exactly what happened and everything. And just like I say, mind control and everything like that. But a really dark film, a lot darker than I thought it was going to be, and definitely more of a thriller than the sci-fi aspect of it, but pretty entertaining throughout. I will say I wasn't really bored of this movie at all. And this is only rated PG, but I will say there is a couple scenes of nudity and a little bit of blood and stuff like that. Definitely a different time we live in now. I mean, this would definitely be rated R now. But I was shocked to see that by the trailer. It seemed really sexual, and you got scantily clad women and everything like that. But like I say, ratings back then were definitely different than they are now. But I didn't want to give too much away of the movie itself. Like I say, just a lot of mind control and everything like that, and just a lot of deceiving people and everything. And it definitely focuses on, you know, women in this profession, at least, in this movie, and sometimes in real life, how far they'll go to satisfy their boss or whatever, the company they work for, to try to have some kind of stardom and everything like that. And, something that's been, definitely looked at multiple times in other films as well. But, and then the technology side of things in here, isn't too far fetched from how things are nowadays, which Michael Crichton kind of talks about that in the. You do have an introduction over here. I'll show you guys the features. You have a commentary by him, an introduction by him as well, and a deleted scene used in the network television version and a theatrical trailer. And the deleted scene, I will say, really gives you more of a insight of what's going on. I mean, you kind of knew that's what was going on, but they actually say it as opposed to you kind of figuring out on your own more. And it's a pretty long scene too. I kind of wish I would have left that in there. It would have made a little more sense. I mean, I knew what was going on, but like I say, it's a little more kind of dumb it down for you a little bit and tell you, straight up what's going on. But yeah, really enjoyed this film. I can't really think of anything bad to say about it. I mean, I don't know why this wasn't more popular than it was. I mean, I know this came out, in '81, and there was a million movies that came out in 1981. So just one of those movies that got kind of overlooked, when horror was real big, and movies like this just kind of didn't really take off. But hopefully with Warner Archive releasing this one, it kind of finds a following again. I know a lot of people on Facebook and stuff in certain groups were actually excited for this one. So I guess there was still a bit of a following for it. But like I said, I'd never heard of it before seeing what their upcoming releases were and everything, and checking out the trailer and everything like that. But definitely watch the trailer. I'll leave a link in the description for you guys. And if it looks like something you'd be interested in, definitely check it out. They do have the I don't know if this is part of it, but they do have the 444 sale going on right now. Definitely stock up on some of these titles I've reviewed during that sale. I don't think I've reviewed any of them that I absolutely hated. So all the ones I've done so far have been pretty decent. So yeah, that's really about it for this review, guys. I didn't want to give too much away in the synopsis. I tend to have a bad habit of doing that and giving things away that may not have been shown in the trailer and stuff. But sci-fi thriller, with nice looking women, and acting was solid overall. The audio video quality was overall good. Not their best transfer from what I've seen so far. I did have to turn this one up a little bit more than some of them, and the video did have some grain here and there, which again isn't a big deal for me. A movie from '81 should have some grain in it. I don't want it to look crystal clear. I want it to have that '80s kind of feel to it without being terrible. So not too bad though, just a few scenes here and there. But yeah, so that's it for this review, guys. Let me know if you have seen this movie down below in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of it. If you're planning on picking it up, what some of your other favorite Warner Archive releases have been. I mean, I think they do a fantastic job. This one does have some features on it. A lot of them don't have too many, but always good transfers and movies that deserve a Blu-ray release finally. And so yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye.